My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is May 21st, 2026. It is 4:44 a.m. This is video number 2. Video number 1, that's not the way I wanted to start the video, but I wanted to share a Michael Jackson video, and then while watching the video, you know, going on with my rant, and thought of another video, put it, and then I didn't get to pretty much display or share with you what I really wanted to share with you. So let's go on X and start what I really wanted to share with you on my last video. Alright, we're gonna start with this. Vanessa admits she's obsessed with Prince Harry and Meghan. Quote, "It's hard to stop being obsessed with them if they release an absolute slew of photographs that no one's even seen before." End quote. While this is the person, Afio Hagen, dismissed Vanessa's query about if Harry and Meghan's 8th wedding anniversary post was cringe rather than cute. I'm wondering, is Vanessa needs rehab because there's a whole lot of high-profile people in this world that release cute romantic pictures of themselves, and I'm not obsessed or tracking them. The Rangers need to go cold turkey, but they want it the other way around, and for Harry and Meghan to be private and go away. I don't know if they're being silly, but if the way these people are going are actually the way they actually think, there is absolutely something wrong. Because I do not see, if I don't like someone, why will I click on something that I know I do not like? There has to be some reverse thinking with these people. Something is not right up there. This is not to say I don't know, I'm a genius or anything like that, but the simplest thing of things, you don't like something, you don't click it, you don't watch it, you don't follow it, you don't, just, if you see it coming your direction, you go the other way. That's the way that I see it. But these people keep on following her and complaining they don't like her, they don't, my God. But let's listen to the video. 1 minute and 34 seconds, screenshot, okay?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I love love, right? So I post about, you know, anniversaries and wedding celebrations, because why not? It's my social media and I love doing that. I think, you know, when it comes to Harry and Meghan, everybody has an opinion, bizarrely, especially Shan Moore over at the Daily Mail. I mean, I think good for them. It's Meghan's social media account. She can post whatever she wants, you know, and I think it's lovely, actually, that she's celebrating an 8th wedding anniversary. I think the penguins thing is really cute. Penguins mate for life. You know, good for them. Like I said, I love love, and I love that people can use social media in a positive way, and, you know, give us little updates on their life. I think good for them, and I think, you know, we need to stop really being obsessed with the Sussexes.
But of course, you know, it's hard to stop being obsessed with them if they release an absolute slew of photographs that no one's ever seen before. So obviously they're going to get attention. And there's one of them really deeply snogging at their own wedding ceremony that people haven't seen before. And there's this whole thing about the penguins. And also, I mean, I don't want
to do the same thing every single day. I do agree that there will be interest, because yes, we did get behind the scenes pictures we haven't seen before, pictures from the wedding that we haven't seen before, and especially fans of the Sussexes will love that. They'll be like, okay, you know, we're getting all these little details, which I think is great. And, you know, this is the thing about having control over your social media, about what you want to post. This is what Meghan wants to post, and I think good for them and good for her. I mean,
I agree with her, but I don't know. There was a cut or edit when the white lady was talking. I would like to hear more of her thing. Well, it was BS anyway, so who cares? If Vanessa would have paid attention to her own relationship, maybe her boy toy would have remained faithful. Okay, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
Oops, let me
first of all,
pause. I don't know anything about them. Alright, there's 3 comments under it here. Oh, I've been just posting that all afternoon. Alright, I'm gonna blur some stuff, okay? Cringe was knocked off and bad leg hiring and photographer and using a drone to take post pics of them barefoot. All I hear is I'm jealous. I wish a fewer this cat will ask Vanessa for the definition of privacy. Love and dress and put to. There's an image, I don't want to share it. Let's pause this. I'm not saying she ever wanted to be private, but looking at these photos, I will suggest it. Alright, Vanessa is not happy that they can create narratives that Harry and Meghan are miserable. They want them quiet so they can keep shaping the narrative. If you go in my last video, the very first tweet that I shared was Michael Jackson talking, where he was saying he will go to children's hospital, do different things, make the kids happy, but the headline was calling him names. And he said that he wished, if it wasn't for the children, he would have stopped. He could have unalived himself and things like that. So the media is really the evil. Oh my God, the evil that's behind the media. It's insane. Because the same way I have said where Trump, when he goes to, let's say, influencers, I don't know, platform. And when I look at how many people or subscribers or followers those influencers have, they are into millions. So the media, okay, has a lot of eyeballs looking and listening to them. So they spreading vile thing into that to make people think backward in a way. Alright, so there's that. I don't want to go too much into it. You could pause and read these. Alright, let me go into the next tweet. This one is talking about the British media on Harry and Meghan. Oh, did I put it again? Or maybe it's another retweet. Okay, when a panelist doesn't act like a Karen over Prince Harry and Meghan's cute and romantic post and doesn't have a problem with it, Vanessa starts talking too much and tries to see balance while echoing her objections but covering it up, saying some people think that way. Alright, let's see here. Okay, that's the same thing I just played here. Let's see here. Vanessa has her own ex-husband have cheated on her with another woman. Again, I don't follow her, so I don't know much about it. I remember her from back in the days. She is Andrea McLean, former weather presenter and used to host the Loose Women show. I will say 2 reasons. She is saying it has it. Okay, she is saying it has it. 1, she has posted about her and her family on Instagram. 2, because the media and some of the public sort of turn on her video reposts from Loose Women YouTube channel. Okay, I don't know anything about that. Oh my God, there's 4 of them. This one is short. Let's listen.
We decided to do it, so we didn't pack up everything. We sold everything. We traveled really light. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see literally everything we owned was in the back seat of our car, apart from some Christmas decorations that I left in storage back home. And that was it.
Oh, I don't know anything. So there's another one here. Wow, I can't hear anything. Who is that? Andrea McLean, former anchor of ITV Loose Women, has faced varying level of media backlash and public scrutiny throughout her career. The most notable waves of criticism and fallout have revolved around her body image, business failure, and on-screen remarks. Key instances of backlash, scrutiny, body shaming. I don't know anything about this.
Now a tough year. Well, today she's here to tell us about.
Oh my God, this is too long. 7 minutes and 16 seconds. Is it? Yeah, it's too long. I'm not gonna waste my time on this. If you guys want me to come back to this, I'll come back to it. People talking craziness. I'll just stop here. That's an ad. There's some of the comments here. There's no reason for me to waste my time on that. Talking nonsense. There's other tweets. Next one. Alright. Combust, you loveless old man. Love one. Keep praising the Stell Cole couple and wait for their once a year glance of love. There's the laugh here. This is how people who aren't allergic to touching each other behave. Happy 8th wedding anniversary to the only royal couple that still touch each other, still active, and the only couple that marry for love. Keep crying, bitter old man. I think she's making reference to something Fitzwilliams or something like that. I think I have a tweet about him. That should have been first. Yeah. Let me pause and put it right next after this one. Okay. So there's this. Let's read some of the comment. Okay, that's not a photo she posted. It's kind of gross the way his mouth looks. And PDA isn't for everyone. Stop being judgy. Okay. So what? Oh, this is where it started. Oh, there he is. This is him. Let me see. Let me click on it to see if it's the same link. Yep, that's the one that's next. Okay, I didn't know I took it from there. Alright, so it's Richard Fitzwilliams she was making reference to. This is a ghastly photo. Meghan has released it and others to commemorate their 8th wedding anniversary. They look like a couple of drunks, and this will have been redacted. Perhaps it's a metaphor for what she has done to his relationship with his family. Oh my God, just think of it. This is two adults, okay? Two adults consenting. They consenting each other's love, okay? This Harry and Meghan, two adults. They talking as if Harry is a child. Alright, let me see if I see my comment here. There's my comment here. Has this guy, okay, I correct my spelling here. Has this guy said anything about the Epstein pedos or the victims or even Prince Andrew's action? Harry and Meghan are two consenting adults who are married at their wedding, showing love for each other, and this guy has the ball to say anything. These royals are truly not normal. They possess evil tendencies. 9 people like it. There's my correction here. Alright, so that's the one I put. I'm done with this. Oh my God, this. Okay, let me move on. Unbelievable. And he was one of those, I think, who took money from the YouTubers to talk about the Oprah interview that he didn't even see. So that should give you an idea.
We're going to be doing a post-match analysis of Harry and Meghan's interview with Oprah, which is obviously coming out in a few days' time.
My name is Victoria Arbiter, A-R, B as in boy, I-T-E-R, and I am royal commentator for CNN.
Richard Fitzwilliams, royal commentator.
Ingrid Seward, I'm editor-in-chief of Majesty magazine.
You've not seen the interview yet, have you?
No.
No, great. I think we have a fair idea of where the interview's going, and we have a fair idea.
You do, definitely.
Okay, great. Are you ready to go? Brilliant. Okay, let's go.
What was your overall impression of the interview?
I think that this was an extremely hard-hitting interview.
In the interview, to my mind, this was an actress giving one of her great performances. From start to finish, Meghan was acting.
Do you think, looking back now, that Oprah went rather soft on Harry and Meghan?
I think the interview was really an iron fist in a velvet glove.
She did ask the tough questions. She had to ask the tough questions.
It was not a balanced interview.
But at the same time, I think she did ask those questions in a sympathetic light.
Oprah is a friend and gave them an easy ride.
And certainly favouring Harry and Meghan.
She was totally sympathetic. And there is a great deal in it that the palace will find deeply concerning.
Do you not remember?
Oh, my Lord. My Lord, my Lord, my Lord. This cannot continue. Alright, so there's this here. Imagine calling Meghan's rustic kitchen a laughingstock when her former royal kitchen looked like this. Alright, so this is her current one. Alright, oh my goodness. Look at the range. This is so beautiful. Alright, and this is when she used to be in the UK. There's Pula. Let's read some of the comments. Royal housing. Oh my God, it looks so cluttered. Plus, that kitchen was built to a $25 million home. That was the sale price. The builder sold it to the person that sold it to Harry and Meghan in 2020. That is why I was shocked they got during COVID for over $10 million less. It's now worth just under $30 million. Okay, that's not the first time I'm hearing this. Why? I didn't know that. Yes, I knew when they bought it. I have a lot of pictures about the house. And I think I made a video about it, and people were commenting, why are you showing the house, their house and things like that. I'm like, it was public. Everything that I share with you, public. There's no way I'm gonna spend my time searching for things that's not public, and then for me to make it public. I don't want to deal with that. If it's not public, you're not gonna see me showing it. But some of my viewers were saying, oh, stop showing it. It was public. Alright, why? I didn't know that. Calling them lucky for bagging a 25 million house for only 10 million would be understatement. Okay, Harry and Meghan were lucky to buy early into the pandemic when the real estate market was dead. It subsequently blew up when people started moving out of cities. Montecito went into the stratosphere after Harry and Meghan bought theirs. Lucky for them. Alright, so there's more of that. Okay, that's an ad. Okay, their current kitchen is probably half the size of that whole dingy apartment. Also, why do they only refer to it as her kitchen and not theirs? Last time I checked, he lived there too. Yeah. Alright. It got to the point that royalists and royal derangers really embarrassed themselves. The fact that Meghan and Prince Harry's kitchen is trending on Twitter X, it's really childish now. I didn't know that. I saw it popped up on my timeline, but I didn't know it was trending. I don't see anything still on my thing saying it's trending. Beautiful kitchen. They're jealous as always. And the thing is that they could do their own. They have the money to do it. I don't understand about their jealousy. I really don't. They have the money, they have the land, they have properties where they could make it and do it themselves. Alright, a beautiful kitchen. They are jealous as always. And that's just part of the kitchen. There is another island and room for a dining table. I love it. They're just rage farming. The best way to answer those people is with something on the line of, you a jealous head and an idiot, followed by a black, denying them the pleasure of your company. It might not be my first choice style wise, but it's a nice kitchen. Nicer than mine, nicer than most, I will guess. Love the double oven. Which is why I was excited to see Harry kiss Meghan on their 8th wedding anniversary right there in their rustic kitchen. And I hope it's duly pissed the haters off, the effing nerve of Salty Island and rotten miserable leftovers. Oh, their kitchen is an electric kettle and a panini press they found on the street. Alright, is that what they're saying? Oh my god, which tasteless person call it that? I don't know. These people, they will find something to complain about. This, because this is what keep them alive, I think. But I hope God stop this type of things, because other people don't have to suffer for them of their comfort while they mistreating others. So sweet. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle celebrate their 8th wedding anniversary. Alright, so there's the I love when I hear Lily, blow them, and cake time.
Happy anniversary to
And Papa! I love you.
Blow them.
Yay!
Alright, so that's that. So beautiful. Still the most perfect wedding ceremony I've ever seen. So sorry his mother, Princess Diana, isn't around to witness this joy. Alright, let's pause this. 8 point for Meghan, 0 point for Caucasian woman who went unnoticed by the prince. The squad have a way of throwing shade. Meghan Sussex for short, officially Meghan Duchess of Sussex. It's so nice to see them so deeply in love, like they just got married for the first time. And I just love hearing the kids' voice celebrating with them. I'm telling you, whoever they marry, they have a big shoes to fill. And I hope Archie finds someone who's sincere, and I hope he takes his time to choose a woman just like his dad. And for Lily too, to open her eyes, not just get any deadbeat to come in front of her before she says yes. It's so nice to see them so deeply in love, like they just got married for the first time. He is his mother's son, and so much of her love you see in him continuing. I love this life for him. Love and joy reign in the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Prince Harry and Meghan's home. So lovely to see. Love wins. Next tweet. Alright, so this is the derangers. British media. I don't know, maybe from this point on, yeah, from this point on, you know what, let's leave it. I'll see when I'm editing if I'll cut it, because now this is the Tom Sykes. Okay, Tom Sykes. Duchess Meghan's Taco Bell kitchen is a symbol Project Sussex failure. What? Sykes. Duchess Meghan's Taco Bell kitchen is a symbol of Project Sussex failure. So is that where it came from? Where they bashing her kitchen? Alright, so there's that part. There's Meghan doing her cooking. These people are crazy. I love to be a failure like the Sussexes. I love to have a Taco Bell kitchen like the Sussexes. Tom Sykes flew to Geneva. He's mentioning other rats as if they're real journalists. They're all nothing but, was it King Shoes Liquors? Okay, Crown Boot Liquors, my thought. Alright, let's see here. In an ill-advised attempt to make money, the Sussexes went to Australia, where Meghan literally sold selfies of herself for money. You know what? Just pause and read this. This is nonsense. Oh my God. Her kitchen is gold. It fits the house perfectly. Also, Meghan is very proud of her kitchen because she's always photographing or filming in it. If she hated it, she won't be showing it, or they would have remodeled it by now. Tom Sykes is actually the worst out of the voter. I don't really follow him, but the squad mentioned him a lot. Tom Sykes is actually the worst out of the voter, and that is saying something. Alright, let me pause this. Okay. I love all the finishings and exposed brick in her kitchen. If it was all white, everything with stainless steel everywhere, I think the kitchen was very misplaced for the type of home. Alright, what is wrong with that man? He's so obsessed about Meghan that he rarely makes sense. Alright, well, there's the thing here. We're talking about it, I guess. That's why they have to go find the opposite of anything that's nice. Alright, let's see here. But it's not about race. Let's listen to that. This is a TikTok, 1 minute and 24 seconds screenshot.
To be a Meghan Markle fan, to be disgusted by the UK tabloids' treatment of her. And I think now some time has passed and we have some distance from it, we can analyse it properly. When Prince William criticises the monarchy's stiff upper lip tradition, he's brave. When Meghan does it, it's dubious. Starting off with the tame example. When Princess Kate got married, flowers are fantastic, but Meghan's flowers put children's lives at risk. Again, with these flowers. Princess Kate requests air freshening candles for her wedding at the Abbey. It's a cute little side note, but when Meghan requests it, it's dictatorial. Kicking up a stink. This avocado one by the same newspaper could be a parody if you didn't know. Of course, I couldn't do this video without doing the baby bump wars. Meghan and Kate cradles her baby bump tenderly. But why can't Meghan Markle keep her hands off her baby bump? Is it pride? Vanity? What on earth could possibly be wrong with someone cradling their own baby bump while pregnant? Some tabloid journalists were genuinely upset that Meghan was holding her baby bump, and they were not upset when Kate did it. What's that? When Kate and William spend their Christmas with Kate's family, that's fine. It's fun. It's a cute little story. When Meghan does it, the Queen deserves better. It now seems obvious the higher-ups at the tabloids decided that Meghan was not their sort and that she wouldn't do it all. They then decided to label everything she did as, at best, a departure from protocol, but at worst, a malicious attack on tradition. The tabloids told you that Meghan, the black outsider, has attacked your tradition. This racist bullying by the tabloids has gone unchecked. No one has been held accountable, and I wonder how we can make change. Honestly, this is inappropriate, wrong, and racist, and I don't believe that that's what the majority of British people want.
Well, I just hope people start seeing things for what it is. It all started because of race. Those who denied it are blind idiots, flat out liars. Exactly. If the monarchy could accommodate Diana's independent humanitarian role after divorce, it is inconsistent to argue Meghan engaged internationally in her own capacity is inherently damaging to the institution. The only difference is skin color. Alright, thanks for doing this, but the bigots will never admit this is the reason and only reason why they don't like Meghan. Race and envy. Yeah, there's a campaign right now which Israeli official came to the United States, to blow the whistle. Their most threat, the race that is a threat to Israel is Black Americans.
Of the Israeli government holding a private convention here in the United States. One of the people in attendance at this secret meeting was Judith Varnai Shorer. She's a former Israeli consul general who was operating out of Atlanta. She was one of the main people saying that the biggest problem that they had was young black people in the United States, but don't worry, they've got some black leaders on the payroll.
The major problem of Israel is with the young generation of the black community.
So, Jesus Christ, baggage for you, that's all. I noticed this woman is British, Markle is slick, Harry is planning to go back to England, so now she is using British people to attack William to elevate. What the fuck? You could read the rest, but for now, I'm just gonna block this. How the hell is Meghan controlling everybody? My God, I'm telling you, the power that they're giving her, unbelievable. Next tweet, let's pause this. About that Meghan stole Prince Harry narrative. This is why the haters want them to be private and why pretend they ever thought they wanted to be even 6 years later. The reality through them not being private undermines the haters' fake stories projecting their preferred reality for them. If you approve this message, go to show love. Okay, so she's saying go and subscribe. Instagram. Alright, let's listen to this. 1 minute and 21 seconds.
Meghan isn't going to say it, so I'm going to say it for her. Meghan basically said, stop sleeping, stop stepping, stop trying to get in between me and my husband because it will never work. This is my man, my king, and you never had a chance of him. It was mine all along. That's basically what she said. I love... Happy 8 years to them too, by the way, because they have gone against all odds. Homeboy, Mr. Harry, brethren, left the UK as he should to go and be with his wife and his family, and he's happy. They're 8 years, and British public, what have you got to say? Oh, she took him from us, she took him, she's controlling, she's this, she's that. Does this look like a man under duress?
Well, the UK, whoever's complaining about Harry leaving, they need to go after William because it's William who kicked him out. Okay, there's documentation of that, and Harry said it in his book. When William hired Simon Case to put the process for Harry to get the hell out of there, to make sure it's documented, that's William's doing. So Harry's just accepting it. But what the palace, this is the thing here, when you see blind leading the blind, the palace knew William was doing wrong. Okay, the palace, in my humble opinion, wanted to create a gray area where they could come back. Because this is their tactic, this is their blueprint, this is the way they have been operating. They will say something as if it's definite right now, but they create a gray area somewhere. So in the future, if they change their mind, they could go back to that gray area. This is what the palace was trying to do. But Harry wanted a definite answer.
So in conclusion, if you'd had the support, you'd still be there?
Without question.
Yeah.
I'm sad that what's happened has happened, but I know and I'm comfortable knowing that we did everything that we could to make it work, and we did everything on the exit process the way that it should have been
with
done.
as much respect.
With as much
and
respect.
Oh my God, we just did everything we could to protect them.
So what do you say to the...
So what did William do? Hire Simon Case to create that documented, put it in writing. So the moment that was documented and it was definite, so they accepted and they left.
Began to address Granny about the 5 options. Your Majesty, you've seen the 5 options? Yes, she said. We all had. They'd been emailed to us. 5 different ways of proceeding. Option 1 was continuance of the status quo. Meg and I don't leave. Everyone tries to go back to normal. Option 5 was full severance. No royal role, no working for Granny, and total loss of security. Option 3 was somewhere in between. A compromise, closest to what we'd originally proposed. I told everyone assembled that, above all, I was desperate to keep security. That was what worried me most, my family's physical safety. I wanted to prevent a repeat of history, another untimely death like the one that had rocked this family to its core 23 years earlier, and from which we were still trying to recover. I'd consulted with several palace veterans, people who knew the inner workings of the monarchy and its history, and they all said option 3 was best for all parties. Meg and I living elsewhere part of the year, continuing our work, retaining security, returning to Britain for charities, ceremonies, events. Sensible solution, these palace veterans said, and eminently doable. But the family, of course, pushed me to take option 1. Barring that, they would only accept option 5. We discussed the 5 options for nearly an hour. At last, the B got up and went round the table, handing out a draft of a statement the palace would soon be releasing, announcing implementation of option 5. Wait, I'm confused. You've already drafted a statement? Before any discussion? Announcing option 5? In other words, the fix was in this whole time? This summit was just for show? No answer.
And it was the best thing for Harry and Meghan. So the people in the UK who's complaining about Harry leaving, they need to go to William. Why did you put the all out when Harry literally wanted it to be revised and put 50-50? Alright, so that's that. Let's continue.
Does this look like a man under duress? My man has grabbed her up. He can't believe that's his wife.
I know.
Yes. He cannot believe that Meghan is his wife. The next time you want to say that Meghan has stolen Harry, that she has swindled him and finessed his mind, I want you to just take a good look at this picture and remember and realise, and I say this with so much sympathy for you guys that hate on them, they're happy, and I hope you are too. Just let them be. Happy 8 years to you guys. Bullet, bullet.
I love her attitude. Yeah, look at Harry's eyes. He's like dreaming under Meghan's mouth. Look at it. Yeah, I truly believe he can believe Meghan is his wife. And then this is someone who don't even have time to watch TV, the Suit show. But the brother did. So that's what's really killing him. And to a certain extent, I think. Inside. She said, my man has grabbed her up. Jokes. Alright, let's see here. Nothing triggered a white racist faster than a black woman who is smarter, more educated, and higher position than them. That's like a death penalty for them. The thing is that, you know, when you see someone, at least this is the way that I see it, is, let's say you're jealous, you see something that they are doing, you're mesmerized by it, why don't you ask them, how did you do it, so I could do it as well? If it's education, go sit your ass in the classroom and learn. I don't understand these people, but there are certain things you are born with. Through your life experiences have helped expand it, flourish it better, or more I should say. But I don't know, but many things can be taught and you can learn from. Next tweet. Alright, so let's see here. Quote, the minute these women have opinion is the minute they lose public popularity. And to be a popular female in the royal family, you've got to keep your mouth shut. End quote. And it continues. The press turned against Meghan soon after engagement because she mentioned Me Too. I truly believe the institution radar went up when all 4 of them were on stage. Meghan had said something like women have a voice and men need to encourage to use it or something like that. There's the thing here. This is where she said it.
And Duchess, what are you most excited about when it comes to the future of your work with the foundation?
There's sort of lots that I think...
Touched on it before. You have, it's well known, you've championed the empowerment of women and young girls and promoting their self-worth. How do you hope to continue that work with the Royal Foundation?
Yes, I mean, I think that knowing that I've just been here for 3 months, right? And in that amount of time, but with that said, for me, it's very important to, once you hit the ground running, even if you're doing it quietly behind the scenes, which is what I've focused my energy on thus far, is meeting with the right people, meeting with the right organizations behind the scenes quietly, learning as much as I can so that I can maximize the opportunity we have here to really make an impact. I think what's interesting is I hear a lot of people saying when speaking about girls' empowerment, finding and knowing their worth, or women's empowerment as well, you'll often hear people say, well, you're helping women find their voices. And I fundamentally disagree with that, because women don't need to find a voice. They have a voice, they need to feel empowered to use it, and people need to be encouraged to listen. And I think right now in the climate that we're seeing with so many campaigns, I mean, with Me Too and Time's Up, there is no better time than to really continue to shine a light on women feeling empowered and people really helping to support them, men included in that. I mean, it makes such a tremendous difference. So, yeah, just I guess we wait a couple months and then we can hit the ground running. But up until then, I'm pretty excited.
This is where the radar went up. Now, was it before or after the wedding? I don't know. But if it was before the wedding, I think they saw it. But because they're so hungry for money, they wanted the wedding to continue, to proceed, so they could cash in. And then after that, that's when they're like, fuck it, we're done with it. Let's go into and try to separate them. Even though they try to separate them leading up to the wedding. There's a whole bunch of story about that. Alright, this will be the last video for the last tweet for this video. And then I'll continue in the next one. Alright, let's read some of the comment. It must, oh, did I play it? Let's listen. 1 minute and 3 seconds.
Those are the women that were most outspoken. The minute these women have opinions is the minute they lose public popularity. And to be a popular female in the royal family, you've got to keep your mouth shut.
One of the reasons Catherine is so popular amongst certain demographics, and I'm going to say older people and men, is because she says absolutely nothing.
In the royal family, you've got to keep your mouth shut.
Is because she says absolutely nothing. She's a good little girl who keeps quiet and doesn't complain, doesn't do anything, doesn't rock the boat, and is a very traditional, old-fashioned, mute woman.
The press turned against Meghan soon after the engagement because she mentions Me Too.
Oh, yes.
Yes, absolutely.
And that completely threw her off, I think, because I think she saw the royal family as a platform to communicate the causes that she was really, really passionate about and the activism that she'd been doing since she was 11 years old. And she thought this would be a great opportunity, but no, because we have to, when we're in the royal family, they have to be sanitised, signed off charities that have that little, they're kept in a little box where they are. They're the pretty women on the arm that only say nice, polite things, and that is crucial to their success. Because look what happened when Fergie spoke out, when Diana spoke out, and now Meghan.
Okay, so I was right. When I'm telling you, Harry have even discredited that. I think Harry said when things started was Oceana thing or something like that. Many of the squad were saying that. People who have been following Harry and Meghan way before me. I came on later because of the headline that I was seeing. Then when I start seeing videos, screenshot of different articles, and I looked and I was like, nope, that video, this is where it started. And this video here, I need to record it by itself. Back me up as well. When that guy had said this.
Me Too.
Oh, yes.
Yes, absolutely.
I think what's interesting is I hear a lot of people saying when speaking about girls' empowerment, finding and knowing their worth, or women's empowerment as well, you'll often hear people say, well, you're helping women find their voices. And I fundamentally disagree with that, because women don't need to find a voice. They have a voice, they need to feel empowered to use it, and people need to be encouraged to listen. And I think right now in the climate that we're seeing with so many campaigns, I mean, with Me Too and Time's Up, there is no better time than to really continue to shine a light on women feeling empowered and people really helping to support them, men included in that. I mean, it makes such a tremendous difference.
And that completely threw her off, I think, because I think she saw the royal family as a platform to communicate the causes that she was really, really passionate about and the activism that...
And the royal family knew what they've been doing. They're like, we don't want this spotlight on us. Look at the Epstein thing. Look how much they paid to shut Virginia Giuffre. They didn't want that spotlight. Okay, if Meghan is raising issues about women's voices and all of that, you think the royal family will want that? No. Okay, that was the main reason. They threw Meghan, they pushed Meghan out of there. Alright, let's read some of the comment and that'll be it for this video. A must watch. Every word she said is 100% true. Wow, what a misogynistic family. This is proof that the monarchy is medieval and its outlook and will inevitably die a natural death as it no longer fits into modern society. Let's pause this. Imagine them telling as ever Meghan to be 50% less of herself. The audacity. Glad she stayed 100%. Glad Mama Doria guided her to be true to herself as she should. Alright. They were attacking her even before that Me Too movement, which was the racial part of it, and the palace did nothing. Prince Harry had to really push to put out that statement. They be against Me Too. They are either rapists, pedos, or enablers. All of them. Alright, let's black this. I don't know. Alright, so I was right. When all four were on stage, this is where it all started. They then, I will not say started, okay? It raised their radar. Their radar to say, nah, we need to do something about that. Okay? This is where, because the moment after that, I mean, they've been trying to stop them being together. I mean, they already know they're racist and all of that. They prevent the wedding once they realize they can't stop the wedding. So they went to the next best thing. But that thing on stage was, for me, I think is the beginning of everything. Alright, so that is it. Let's do a prayer. Prayer for humanity. I don't know. Image. Alright, let's see here. Oh, damn, it's too blurry. Let's do this. Even that. Day of prayer for humanity. We beseech God, the Almighty, to safeguard the entire world, to help us overcome this pandemic, to restore security, stability, health, and prosperity, so that once this pandemic crisis is over, our world may become a better place for humanity and for human fraternity than ever before. This is doing about pandemic, but I think what we're going through right now, where media is trying to turn everything upside down, is a pandemic as well. I consider that as a pandemic. We need to overcome this world where the media is trying to turn people into stupids. Alright, so that is it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. Look at this. It was just $110.49 whatever. I'll show you the screenshot. Now when I refresh it, it turned to $102.49. I don't know. I really don't know what YouTube is trying to do here. Alright, so that's it. This is why I share the back end of my channel, because of this only, the estimate revenue. Alright, so that's it. Thank you for watching.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally,